turn off your cell phones, silence them, turn them off, put them away. Don't do that. All right, and if you would join us, we're going to start with our opening song, One Big Family. So everybody on your feet. 1, 2, 3, here we go.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, welcome back, Nancy. Let's go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, say hello to somebody around you. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. All right. Woo! Hey, good morning, everybody. What a great day. It's going to be a great day. I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because guess what? The CSL band is going to head us off today. So let's welcome Jerry Lynn and the band, everybody.
Repeat after me. I've got the power.
I've got the power.
You've got the power.
You've got the power.
We've got the power.
We've got the power.
I've got the
Power, you've got the power. We got the power.
Woo!
I got the power. We've got the power. You got the power.
Sing it with us.
I got the power. You've got the power. We got the power.
Woo!
I got the power. We've got the power. You got
Take
the
it,
power.
You got the power.
We got the power. I've got the power. You've got the power.
Okay, we'll do it for real.
Power.
I've got the
Power.
to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power. There's nothing I can't do. I've got the power to do anything I want.
I've got the power inside of me.
Yes, I do, yes.
I've got the power inside of me.
Every day I'm wasting my time thinking someone else is gonna do it for me. When I get out, get started, gonna do it all right down the stairs. Find my direction with a clear-cut intention. I've got the power, anything I want. I've got the power inside of me. I've got the power, there's nothing I can't do.
I've got the power inside of me.
Yes, I do now.
I've got the power inside of me.
There were days I just don't feel that good. There's nothing I won't try. Stop looking this sun. You know it just can't lie. Have faith in yourself in what will and what will be. I've got the power to make my dreams come true. I've got the power. There ain't nothing I can't
of me. I've got the power inside of me.
In these times when I feel so bright inside, seems like I can't go on. I've got to look inside, look where I find the power,
The power inside of me.
All right, here we go. I got the
Power, you got the power, we got the power.
I
Got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Hey,
I've got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I've got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I've got the power, you got the power, we got the
oh,
power.
I can do.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Yes, we do.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power.
Power every day and every way. Hey, play it again now.
I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Got the power, you got the power, we got the power. I got the power, you got the power, we got the power. Power!
Thank you.
Hey,
Ken
all
Jeffrey.
right. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. All right. So I'm very excited about my talk today, so I want to get right into our meditation so I have lots of time to talk. I know, very selfish of me, isn't it? All right, so let's close our eyes, take a deep breath in. Oh, wait, I have to do it. I know, feel that's it, exactly. Okay. So every week we talk about what our mission statement is as a community, because I think it's important that people know why we're here, why we do what we do. So please join me. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Now we get to close our eyes. Take a deep breath in. One more time, take a deep breath in. There you go. So you're here. You made it. Comfortable in the room. And now I need you to get comfortable in your skin. So let's just kind of remove ourselves from all the events that are happening in the world around us. Any conflicts, any politics, any disagreements with other people. Take a deep breath in. Sink into the chair. In order for us to create a space to create a different part of our lives, something new, something exciting, it requires that we stop looking for answers in any given moment and just become fully present in our breath, in our presence here. And so I want you to do that now. I just want you to release what you're trying to figure out. Let it go. Concentrate on the breath that goes in and comes out. Just surrender this idea to there is a higher power that knows exactly what to do at the moment it needs to be done. That you can trust this higher power. So don't carry any of your baggage into this next part of our service. Just allow yourself to be in that space with your breath and your body, the potential of all that is good and right in the world, in your world, and in the world that we're creating. All to Spirit I surrender. All to thee I freely give. I will always love and trust you, and in your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In your presence, in this oneness, through you I am power divine, and I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all.
Good morning, Center of Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. Listen to the present sounds of God's beautiful music. All that you hear, all that you see, and all that you are allows you to witness the magnificence of God's loving and lawful nature of spirit. God is beauty, strength, and wisdom. All life is one, and God is the one life that we all live. God personifies himself through us. He is the creator and the source of everything and everyone, including all of my desires. So I recognize that in spiritual mind treatment, I have the ability to think, to know, to perceive and receive, and then to take action. There is an unfolding principle within me that carries me to greater and greater expressions of life. And in this love essence, the substance of life flows in a transcendent loveliness into the world that I live in. And I know as I move into gratitude, I feel the unfoldingness that comes to me in my heart. And I know that all there is God's love for us. There is life, truth, and wisdom, and how good it feels to know the truth and the power of the treatment as I release it into the spiritual law of God. And I let it be with expectancy and with faith. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
And I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all. And I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I I surrender all. Let's take a deep breath in. This is a special time in the service where we join together and sing the peace song. And traditionally here in our center, I try to create an environment where we're listening to every word that we're singing. Many times we can sing this song and just kind of roll through the words and not really hear what we're saying. But I want you to take a moment and as we go through this song slowly, listen to it because it's actually a prayer that you and I are responsible for executing here in the United States, here in the world, here in our communities, helping to create a sense of peace and doing it through our actions. Let's take a deep breath in and join me. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Love is but the song we sing, and fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. No, the dove is on the wing, and you need not know why. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together and love one another right now. Some will come and some will go, we shall surely pass. When the one who's left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together and love one another right now. If you hear the song I'm singing, you must understand. You hold the key to love and fear,
all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's all at your command. Come on, people, now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together and love one another right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
Beautiful, Michael. Beautiful. Let's hear it for Jerry Lynn and Michael and the whole band and all the work that they do. They do a great job. So, I don't know if you know this, but February. Am I dreaming? I was just sitting there looking at the sun going, when are you going to cool down about 20 degrees? I was just looking in the back there going, 20 degrees. I just need 20 degrees off the top. Anyway, September 21st is the International World Day of Peace, and I don't know if people even recognized it. A lot of people didn't even know it existed. In fact, it was kind of funny because I was on my Facebook, and no one was posting about it. And I'm like, And so I was invited to be a keynote speaker at the American Veterans Post 66, am I right, Laura? Yeah, good. Did I get that right? Anyway, so up in DHS, and so I went up there to speak to them on Friday, and I thought, you know what? I kind of liked my talk I did up there, and I thought, I'm going to transfer this over on Sunday because I think that we could all use a little more peace of mind. Anyone? Anyone? Okay, good. There's a big group on that one. Good. So I think we could do that, but it's the International World of Peace is about us getting peaceful with ourselves and how we, how that translates into the whole world. So we're going to talk about that today. First off, peace is not the absence of war or violence. Peace is the absence of chaos and misunderstanding. Ooh, right? It's not a war and violence are the effects of that. So that's not peace. Lack of peace, war and violence is not the effect. Is not the effect of the lack of peace. It's the chaos and the misunderstanding. Which means what? If everything is a derivative of love or fear, then peace is the absence of fear. Think about it in your own personal life. Finances. Peace is the absence of fear around your finances. Your relationships. Peace is the absence of fear in your relationships. Your health. Peace is the absence of fear around your health. Your job, your creativity. Peace is the absence of those things. You're not feeling peaceful about them because they're in chaos or disorder. There's some sort of fear there. Does that make sense? So if we want to achieve peace of mind, we have to go to the opposite of fear, which is what? Let's say that again. Opposite of fear, which is? Love. Thank you. You guys are better than the 9. Okay, good. Small, mighty group this morning. Okay. There are no hopeless situations. There are only people who've grown hopeless about them. So if you think that peace is elusive, you're absolutely right. Because that's what you think. If you don't think there is a chance for you to have peace in your life, then you're absolutely right because you have a belief around it that is not achievable for you. And then the universe, of course, is going to support that idea. And of course, then you just won't ever feel peaceful. You're always out of balance. Things are always going wrong. You feel like you're constantly juggling one problem to the next. Sound familiar? Right as soon as you get one resolved, another one pops up and you go, I just never get a break. It's just, when are we going to get a break, honey? Well, you're going to get a break as soon as you have a belief in peace over the fear of all these other things going on in the country, in the world, in your homes. That's when we get to that place. That's how we get to that peace. Does that make sense? Peace then is learning to retrain our minds to process life as it is rather than the way you think it should be. Ew. Not necessarily very comfortable. Peace is learning how to retrain our minds to be at peace even though things don't look the way we want them to look. Even the way we don't feel the way we want to feel, or whatever that is, peace is learning to live side by side as it unfolds. The problem is, if peace doesn't exist and we have some chaos or disorder in our lives, we focus on that, and of course that energy sustains itself, and we forget that surrounding all of that, we're moving in the direction of peace. And if we could kind of resign ourselves to the fact that every time I move into peace, peace prevails, right? If I have that belief system, every time I move in the direction of peace, peace prevails. Then as I'm going through something, I have to learn to live next to it while I'm unfolding peace. Wow. You're like, that's never going to happen, Joe. You're screwed, man. Who are you talking to? Pass it over here. Right? I got you. I get it. You know, if you have, okay, but let's get real. If you have back pain and you have really bad back pain, it's hard to find peace when you're in pain. But for some reason, if I know that I'm going to do something that's going to help my back pain, suddenly I feel a little bit better. Because there's an energy moving me in the direction of whether that's a doctor or a chiropractor or a stretching, whatever that is, I have an energy that's moving in that direction, and suddenly the burden feels a little bit lighter. I'm not saying it's gone, but there's something that when you're moving in the direction of your good, the burden starts to lift. And so being at peace, retraining our minds to be peaceful among the chaos that's going on around everything out there. That's a retraining of the mind. If not, we will get caught up in it, and it will sweep us away, and we're constantly going to feel like we're out of balance. Just because things in your outer experience are out of balance, it's not an invitation for you to reside there. All right? Do I hear an amen? Amen. Give me some good Baptists. Amen. Thank you. I miss my good Assembly of God churches. Get out, speak it. All right. Here we go. Peace stands at, say the word, at. Remember that. Peace stands at the door of our consciousness and awaits our acceptance of it. However, it does not stand outside your door waiting for entrance, so much as it stands inside waiting to be expressed in everything you do. Peace is all right here. It's a switch. It's a hard switch to turn on sometimes because we're so wrapped up in everything, but it's a choice. Don't look for peace outside of yourself or to someone else to bring you peace, because actually all they're doing is bringing to you a recognition of what you already have. You just aren't recognizing it right now. Someone may remind you how to get there, but it's not them that are bringing it. It's actually you that's achieving it through your mind. That's why we call it the science of mind. Ooh. See? You guys are good today. Where were you at 9? A lot of people look on the other side going, what is it going to take to bring me peace? How am I going to feel peace in my relationship? What is it going to take to feel peace in my health? What is it going to take? And we ask ourselves that question. What we should be asking is, what's inside of me that's willing to experience it? And universe, show me the way to that. But I have to ask myself, not others, not out there. It's all right here. It's a switch. Man, it's a switch. It's amazing how you can feel so peaceful about something in 1 second and then just feel like you're going to go ballistic the next. Anybody? Yeah. The Italians, raise your hand. Right? Okay, good. I know you. I think I probably dated you at one point in time. Where suddenly everything's peaceful, there's a whoosh, up it goes. Same thing, you can feel like whoosh, things are chaotic, and you're like, you know what? Here's what happens. When you finally go, I am over it, you surrender it, then it no longer holds you, and suddenly a wave of peace comes over you because you're going, I'm done. The resistance is done. There's flow to be had, and I need to get in that. So sometimes the surrender, that's not saying you surrender to lose. You're surrendering to a higher power to win your peace of mind back. Does that make sense? Yes. All right. Peace is an inside job. When you have it on the inside, you look around you and you can assist others in establishing it in their outer experiences of life. Have you ever known that person who walks into the room? You know, it reminds me of in Scripture, it talks about when someone was describing Mary, they were saying how whenever she walked into a room, there was a sense of peace and calm, and of course, that's what she brought to the table, right? That's her representation in a metaphysical stand is that Mary represents the peace and the calm. That's her representation metaphysically, and you know, I know people like that, where when they walk in the room, there's just this, they're here and all is right. It may not be right out there, but in this moment, it feels right, right? One of mine is Reverend Marion, you know, one of my favorites. And it was so funny. She was in the hospital this week. She's fine now, but she was in the hospital this week. And I went up to see her, and all she did was just crack jokes, and she was laughing. And, you know, she was wonderful. She was amazing. She was an amazing, remarkable woman, a woman of strength. And all she wanted to do was talk about what else she could do for the church. I'm like, can you just get better first? You don't stop worrying about everybody else and just be in yourself, because I need you to be you, because you're my little rudder board. You're my center board in my sailboat. You keep me from tipping over, right? I look to her for that little touch of that. And all she does, and all Marion really does for me, is she reminds me who I am. She doesn't bring anything to the table in terms of changing things. She just reminds me who I am, because I've forgotten. And that brings me peace. She's definitely a peacemaker. I adore her. I love her. So how can we establish world peace when we can't establish peace in our homes? Our HOA. Been to one of those meetings lately? Truth, right? I finally quit I was on the board. I finally quit. I said, you know what? I'm not having fun. This is not bringing me joy. So the meeting was on Friday. So as everyone was gathering for the meeting, I told Trey and I, we're scheduling a massage during the meeting. So as they were walking out to the meeting, I was walking out to go, oh yeah, a little bit more right here. That's it. It's fabulous. Anyway, the world peace is a lofty goal. That's a really lofty goal, everybody. When you consider that there's only been 9,135 days approximately in the history of the world, in recorded history of the world, where there hasn't been some war waged in the name of God or some God figure. You have the whole history of the world, 9,135 war-free days, right? So we talk about how to establish world peace. I'm not sure if we're going to find world peace, but I would like to experience peace first in my home. Anybody? My relationship with my relatives, a lot of you. Thanksgiving is coming, brace for it. Holidays behind that, right? My community in which I live, my county, my state, my country, my continent. How about nature, my relationship with nature? You know, I saw people were getting ticked off that we've gone to paper straws. Someone was actually chastising the paper straw law. And I thought, really? First off, that means you're drinking way too much, number one. Number two, get a life. if it has any kind of ecological impact for something better, then it's a straw. This is not chemotherapy. This is not life-threatening stuff. It's a straw. World peace and a straw. Think about it. Think about how someone's life was disrupted because there was a straw they didn't like in the texture. How are we going to get there? We got a lot of work to do. You agree? But it's doable. You know why? Because look, what can we do to move the energy into a more peaceful state? I'm going to give you the answer. Yay! It's not weapons or words. Peace has nothing to do with wouldn't it be nice? We have a Department of Defense, right? Wouldn't it be nice if we had spent an equal amount of money in a Department of Peace? What if we had a Department of Peace, and as the Department of Peace grew, the Department of Defense didn't need as much because we didn't have to worry about wars and weapons, that we were actually getting along with people. And I know it's lofty. It's a lofty thing, right? But think about it. We don't have a Department of Peace. Think about it. We don't have a Department of Peace. Anyway, it's not weapons or words. It's action. In your own personal life, if you have a disagreement with somebody and there's anger or there's hostility, it's not about weapons or words. It's about action. It's about what am I going to do to try to bridge this over? What can I do to bring peace to this situation? Am I arguing over the paper straw? Is it really important? Do I need to carry this so heavily that it's going to impact my relationships with my family and my friends? I mean, that's just on a personal level. And the only way we're going to do this is literally hand to hand, heart to heart, and eye to eye. It's not going to happen when we just try to make policies around it. No, it's not about that. It's about actually seeing in the eyes of people. I have noticed lately that people, when they're discussing certain subjects, and their eyes just dart around the room. You know, it's like they can't look at you in the eye. And I've been really concentrating on looking at people in the eye when I'm having a conversation with them and not being distracted by all the other things that are going by or anything else. Just actually looking at them in the eye, engaging that soul-to-soul contact. That's how we're going to change it one heart at a time. That's how we do this. It just takes one. If we all had one, there's 250 people in here. If everybody made one more contact today, and eye to eye, heart to heart, a healing presence for somebody, that's 500 people that would be positively impacted by something. And if those 500 people did one more thing each, we'd have 1,000 people impacted the next day. Imagine how this could work exponentially. But it takes action. We are not going to go like this. Peace. Turn off the TV, right? Engage. It's not enough to be passive. There has to be an engagement. It's not about changing someone's mind to see our way of living or our way of life. It's about accepting all people and seeing them as God made them. We're not here to change the world to believe what we believe. You know, our mission statement, we honor all faith traditions, and we do. Does that mean I subscribe to all of them? No, but I honor them because the one who, in the midst of the storm, despite the raging of men and the chaos of material thinking, can enter into the silence and declare the absoluteness of his own being is the one in total unity with Spirit. When we allow ourselves to see other people without engaging in anger and being frustrated, just saying, you know what, you live your life, I'll live my life, let's kind of just coexist together. We don't have to go to battle over those things. We can if we choose to, but what if we didn't? What if we didn't choose to battle that and have the resistance to that? What if we just said, you know what, I just need to respect you? Because that's what it is. Am I going to agree with them or not? No, peace is not agreement. Peace is the absence of confusion. I understand you, you understand me, and we respect one another to make it work. That's the agreement. We don't have to agree. We can agree to disagree. But if I respect you and you respect me, then we can live side by side. It's when we lose respect and come from a place of fear. And so how is that fear driven? Fear is driven by that if I allow you to be you, you will take away something from me. That wars are waged over that idea. You know, this is my oil. We're going to fight to keep this oil, because if we don't fight to keep this oil, you're going to come get it. Next thing you know, we're in a war over what? Oil, which at the end of the day is paper straws. Think about it. We may not understand, we are going into a place where there may be misunderstandings, there's misinformation, there's uneasy fearness, and there's fear around it. But if I respect you, then we make it work. When I respect someone, we make it work. Again, many times we have to agree to disagree, but I get you, you get me. Hey, look, we don't have to sing Kumbaya together, but I respect you. And live, be you, all right? Peace is not agreement. Peace is respect. And it's not out of fear, but out of love. Don't respect me because you're afraid of me or what I might do. That's respect based in fear, which is an energy that you don't want to bring, because that's not the kind of respect you want as fear-based. You want love-based respect. Inspired, right? Not desperate energy. Do you see the difference? Respecting someone because you fear them is not, you're just afraid. Countries are the same way. Oh, okay, back down. Whoop, okay, back down. Whoop, go forward, back down. Think about the dynamic of that. It's fear-based respect. That's not what I'm talking about. If we want to have peace, the respect has to come from a place of love, an energy of love. Make sense? Good. Next. Treat your enemies kindly. You made most of them. I was always in the room. I had something to do with every bit of them. So think about it. You know, when you reflect back on your life experience, all the things that went wrong, I was there. Or I made a choice around it, right? I made a choice to do something, to be involved in it, engaged in it, you know, sleep with it, smoke with it, drink it, whatever. You know, I made the choices to do that, and when you make those choices, then, okay, I can't blame anybody but me, because I'm the one who brought it into my life experience. I'm a volunteer. So, you know, treat them kindly. You're going to have to. Someday we'll come to perfectly appreciate the fact that no living soul is more important than any other one. This one is a biggie. You know, sometimes there's this arrogance about ourselves that, you know, it's okay because it's happening to somebody over here. And that's not what we're talking about. No one life is any more valuable than anyone else's. They're all invaluable. They're truly. And so when we start putting labels on what's important and what's not, who's important, who's not, who's disposable, who's not, think about that. That's really scary stuff. That's a lot of fear-based energy. Has nothing to do with building a world that works for everybody and establishing a sense of peace or order. It has to do with power and control. And that's not going to work because, again, power and control are fear-based energies making themselves appear to be peaceful, when really you're just suppressing something down that will eventually bubble up and come over. Does that make sense? Yeah. Whosoever shall ask in my name, it shall be done unto you. We read that in Scripture, and if you break that down in Aramaic, it means in the nature of. And Aramaic was the closest native tongue we can find, or that was the closest to Jesus, the teacher. And so when you say in the nature of, it's not in my name. Whenever you hear if you are anything about Scripture, you hear in my name, and sometimes that turns you off. Just say in yourself, in the nature of this, right? In the nature of God. And in the nature of God, it's no two people really have the definitions of the same thing. No two people are going to have the exact same definition of what it means to be in the nature of something, or specifically, so we have to be in the nature of it, which means it's more generic in nature. We're more generic in terms of love and joy and peace and happiness and health and abundance, a generic sense. We may not agree on the how to get there, but what there's the generic in the nature of love, in the nature of joy, in the nature of peace. That's a nature I want to live in. Yeah? Next. Van Gogh said, if you hear a voice telling you you cannot paint, then by all means paint and that voice will be silenced. Think of it in peace. If you hear a voice telling you that you cannot obtain peace, then by all means be peaceful and that voice will be silenced. One of the biggest ones, be still and know. In other words, shut up. Take a break. Someone wants to engage, be still and know. Don't have to go there. When you think that you're about to engage in something, you have a choice in that moment to either engage or be still and know. Does that make sense? Yeah, don't do that to them though. Don't go, be still. They'll think you're a televangelist or something. But if you say to yourself, this can never be resolved, think about what you're saying. You just said to yourself, this can never be resolved. Will it resolve? No. Why? Because you just said, this can never be resolved. So many times we just have to let other people go off on their rant. I have enjoyed that so much lately. and not step into the energy of that. Letting people just, right? And I'm just like, wow, do you know how much energy that took just to get that angry? What if you use that energy to love? You'd be dynamic, right? Those of us who believe in peace should work toward this end. Let us never forget that the very impulse of that movement is in the silent contemplation, the prayerful meditation, and sincere expectancy in our own minds. So this is where it boils down. When we believe in that, we have to really spend time knowing that on a peaceful, mindful basis. I'm not saying you have to go and chant or do meditation in the midst of the chaos, but we have to make sure that we take some time, like we do during our service, to go into the silence and to see something rightly, to see it rightly. Which may mean we have to surrender and abandon the outside effects at the moment in order to make space so I can eventually see it rightly. Does that make sense? I have to make the space. I may not be able to see it in the moment, but that doesn't mean I don't make space for it. If you want something in your life, make space for it, and the universe abhors a vacuum, so it will fill it. So think about that. If the universe abhors a vacuum, then I have to make a space for peace and let the universe fill that in because my consciousness is reset. Dr. Bruce Lipton, I just watched a video. Someone sent me a video from Dr. Bruce Lipton talking about everything that we experience in our life is the subconscious reaction to things that we've learned since we were 7 years old, up till 7, from birth to 7 years old. And if you think about it, that's when you learned share, be nice, right? Golden rule, do unto others. And you learn social mores and beliefs around, and when you're up to 7 years old. And they say that the first 7 years, you're kind of really programmed at what your life is going to look like. So if you were programmed incorrectly, let's say someone told you things when you were growing up that you were worthless, or, it's too much, you're too much, and you're not never going to amount to anything, or you're a troublemaker, or you're a hothead, or whatever that is, and you find yourself living that out, then what it means is you accepted that pattern. You were too young to know the difference. But now you have to change that. And the only way to do that is through repetition of knowing that you are a peaceful human being. What I always try to say to myself is I know that I have peace of mind, and peace of mind for me means it contains all areas of my life. When one area of my life is kind of upset, peace of mind is somewhat elusive because I concentrate on this thing that's not working. Anybody else? 12. Good. So I concentrate on the thing that's not working, but I find myself more and more and more that if I allow myself to just say I am established in the peace of mind of God, then I am established in it, and a switch occurs. And is everything perfect? No. But am I retraining my mind to say, this is okay? You're moving in the right direction. Keep doing what you're doing and establish a sense of peace in this moment. Don't wait for peace to come when something else occurs. Be peaceful now while it is cooking. That make sense? When we do this, and we're talking about world peace, but I'm talking about you, because guess what? Peace starts with us. And if I could bring the band out, here they come. That's my last slide, right? Thank you. See, I timed that just right. And the band's coming out. And the band's coming out. The peace is leaving. So easy how the paper straw gets in the way, doesn't it? That's funny. Yeah, they were peaceful. Gonna be me in about 20 minutes. All right, so we're gonna go back to the very beginning of what we did at the meditation, which is we're talking about world peace, but you know what it begins with. It begins with me. So once again, we're gonna go through the peace song again, the words again, listen to them again. Repetition is the mother of the student. Retrain your mind to start thinking that this is definitely a prayer to be answered, an action to be taken on your behalf. Mine too. But don't wait for someone else to bring it. We have to bring it ourselves. So let's dim the lights down, take a deep breath in. Slowly and mindfully, here we go. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Here's the big kicker. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And so end your lesson, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. And now I want to introduce some members of a new committee that the Board of Trustees formed several months ago. Tom, Annie, Holly, Ross, Don's not here, but Dale and Reverend Laura, would you come on up? Many months ago, the Abundance Committee was established by your Board of Trustees. Tom, do you want to explain why, or do you want me to do that? Here, Tom's going to talk. I like that when I'm done talking. Thank you.
Good morning. Does this work?
Yep. Turn it up.
Okay. Everything we're doing around the Abundance Committee, which really involves all the finances of CSL, is really around gratitude, showing our gratitude, and involving the members in the center. So we want to take the responsibility for finances and fundraising out of the minister's purview and let them do what they do best and we'll do what we do, and is maybe better. and try to talk to members and find out what you want and find out why you give and why you want to support the center and support you in doing that. So there'll be some other initiatives we're coming out with fairly soon. Dr. Joe and we'll all be talking about them. But it's more involvement in the center, and it's showing gratitude and showing that the law of circulation really does work.
All right, at this time, I'd like to call the ushers to please come forward.
My new job. No. Please join me in saying our offertory prayer. I offer this gift with joy and gratitude. I receive freely and give freely, knowing the law of circulation is working perfectly in my life and the life of this center.
All right, folks, here we go. Come on. All right, here we go. Sing it with me. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Come on, sing it out. Here, I hear you. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Here we go. It's up to me to be thankful. It's up to me to be kind. It's up to me to be grateful. It's up to me. It's up. All right, everybody on your feet. Come on, join me. Here we go. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Last time through, sing it out. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life. Last time. Every day I wake up and I say, today I love my life.
Good morning, and what is your name? This
Olivia.
morning? Olivia.
Yes,
Can you tell us one great thing you think about the center?
the meditation and prayer.
Meditation and prayer. Okay, we all need it. Thank you very much for bringing this up, and can we say our blessing the collection prayer, okay? We bless this collective offering and receive it with gratitude, knowing it is spirit in action. As this currency flows through our center and beyond, it blesses many lives, including my own.
Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Olivia. Okay, at this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors. If you are here for the first, well, we'll do this first, because that's when I should have done it last service. Okay, so if you're here for the first time, we'd love to welcome you. Please stand up. Don't be bashful. We have a gift, and we want to acknowledge you. Please, oh, welcome. Oh, look at all these first-timers. Wow, that's awesome. All right, welcome, welcome. So what we're giving you is, right here, there. What we're giving you is a CD holder with information about our center, but please take it to the welcome table in the foyer out there, the counter, and we have a gift for you of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks, and we welcome you. If you're from the Valley, please come back. We'd love for you. You tested the water today. Get a little deeper in. And this is a wonderful place, and we honor you for being here today. And if you're visiting, please enjoy the Valley. Enjoy your stay here. Okay, now we have our announcements.
Here are this week's announcements. This Wednesday, join Reverend Ruth Ann Banner and Michael Kukuru in the Ohm Room for Wednesday Wisdom Service. It begins at 6:30 p.m. and is just a love offering. Dale Olansky leads the group through Primordial Sound Meditation this Thursday. Primordial Sound Meditation is a 30-minute guided tour into the quiets of our minds. Everyone is welcome. It happens this Thursday beginning at 6:15 p.m. This is a love offering. The Edinburgh Lectures is an exposition by Troward, defining the basic elements of metaphysics, spirit, and matter. This is a 10-week course taught by Reverend Ruth Ann Banner. This is an accredited course and begins October 2nd and meets from 9 a.m. to noon. Sign-ups on the patio immediately following service or call the office. Reverend Laura's book study begins October 2nd with The Book of Love and Creation. It all starts October 2nd at 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Pick up a flyer for more information. This is a love offering class. New member orientation is taking signups now on the patio for October classes. This 2-session class will be held on the 14th and the 21st and meets from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Please sign up on the patio. It's the 6th annual Patriot Ride, benefiting local charities, military, fire, and police. The wheels hit the pavement on October 20th. Be a hero, ride in this year's Patriot Ride. Pick up a flyer and sign up on the patio. Attention! This is an informational meeting for this year's Desert AIDS Walk. We are looking for volunteers. Please join us immediately following services in Costa Hall. Thank you in advance for your support. Save the date and plan on being part of the 45th anniversary of Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert and Reverend Dr. Joe Hooper's 15th year of spiritual leadership. It all happens on November the 9th beginning at 6:30 p.m. Dining, dancing, and entertainment. For more information, please call Elizabeth in the office to sign up. It's days away. Are you signed up to begin unwrapping the life you came here to be? Join Dr. Joe as he leads a 10-week course in Prosperity Plus, starting October 1st with a morning or evening class. Sign up on the patio as classes are filling up fast in these last few days before it begins. For more information on these and everything that's going on this week at the center, please refer to your bulletin.
I want to remind you, on that Prosperity Plus class that Dr. Joe is going to be teaching, it's in total alignment with what he talked about today. The focus is at being at peace with your finances and using spiritual principles. So I really encourage you to take that. You know, when you're at peace, everything in your life is working, and this is a great way to have peace in your life. So please sign up for that. And then also, I wanted to tell you that there is no meditation this Thursday. That was last Thursday, so please don't show up for that. And please also sign up if you for the gala. You can go out there. He didn't say, but there's sign up, and you can pay and everything out there on the patio. That is going to be a fun night. Don't tell Dr. Joe, but we might be doing some roasting. I don't know for sure, but maybe. It's going to be a fun night. It's a great way to support the center and celebrate our 45 years of this center, as well as Dr. Joe's 15 years. So please sign up for that. And especially if you are new here and you're not familiar, over in the Ohm Room, which is the next building over, is part of our prayer team. Mimi and Brad are over there, and they're there to do prayers for you. So we could tell you all day long some of the amazing healings that we have had in all areas of people's lives. So please, if you're going through anything, don't do it on your own. Go out there and have one of our practitioners assist you. Don't forget, Soul Sisters Now is meeting every Thursday night. I'm looking forward to my book study. It's going to be fun. It's an amazing book. So anyway, that's all the commercial plugs for today. So let's pray and get you out of here. So let's just take a deep breath in. Okay. From that deep place of knowing that Spirit is surrounding us, guiding us, is infusing us with its energy, its presence, We focus on that peace. We allow that peace to be expressed by means of us. We see every situation, anything that may come up in our life that may seem to disrupt, may seem to be chaos. We use that as an opportunity to express peace, to be that peace, to change this energy in not only our lives, but the lives of the people around us and trickling out into the world. So we are so grateful for this teaching, so grateful for this awareness of the power that we have to have peace in our life, to know from that place of peace we are creative. We create the lives that we imagine and we believe and thought up until now that we could never have. We claim it right here and right now. So in this state of gratitude to Divine Spirit that has allowed us to be here in this world, right here and right now, to mirror that peace, we say thank you. We know that this is the truth, so we release it to that divine law, and together we say, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week, everyone.